Right now, more snow is on its way to southern Wisconsin. We'll have the latest on the storm headed our way. Plus, with the Iowa caucus just days away, two Republican presidential candidates go head-to-head on the debate stage while the former president holds his own town hall. Good afternoon. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. The shovels and snow blowers were back out early today after another round of snow fell in the Madison area, and we could see even more winter weather later on. Thanks for joining us today. This morning's just a taste of what we could expect later tonight into tomorrow, into Saturday. Another winter storm projected to make its way through southern Wisconsin. This is a new round of snow emergencies are getting declared. Let's head out to the weather patio. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a look at your certified most accurate forecast.
Yeah, the snowfall that we see the next few days could be more than the snowfall we saw on Tuesday. We have an alert day beginning late tonight and continuing through Saturday morning. And when the storm is done, we are expected to see around 7 to 12 inches of snow. And we're also going to see significant blowing and drifting snow, which could create some whiteout conditions at times. So winter storm watches and warnings are in effect for our entire area. Now, the places that are under a winter storm watch, my guess is they will be under a winter storm warning at some point. They're just taking NWS Milwaukee is just taking a few more information because places close to the lake may be under winter weather advisory. But our area will all be under a winter storm warning with the likelihood of over 6 inches of snow. Now, here's a look at the timing of everything. It will begin late tonight and continuing through tomorrow morning. Driving conditions, though, will continue to be pretty treacherous throughout the day on Saturday, as we're going to see wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, which will cause a lot of blowing and drifting snow. So even when the snow is done falling, we could still see some bad road conditions as the snow on the grass may be blowing onto the roads. And temperatures will also be plummeting by the time we get to Saturday. Current conditions are actually showing some sunshine, and we're not really going to see much in the way of snow today. We had some snow last night. Most of that has cleared out of our area. And looking at future track, we're going to continue to see the cloud cover, especially for the evening hours. But by the time we get to the late overnight hours, closer towards tomorrow morning, that's when the snow will move in. Should move in at around 3 to 5 a.m. A little bit early, maybe around 3 a.m. for southern counties. Central counties will see it around 4 to 5. Northern counties just a little bit after that. But by the time we get to sunrise, our entire area will see that snow fall, and it is likely going to continue throughout the day tomorrow. I'll have more details on the snowfall and show you just how cold temperatures will get after the snow coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, we'll check back with you, Jacob. Thank you. To stay up to date on this upcoming winter storm, make sure you have our First Warn weather app. With it, you get the latest radar and traffic conditions, plus all the closings, delays, and snow emergencies will be there as well. This app is free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. In other news, Madison police are releasing photos of a man they think is responsible for a string of attempted burglaries. Take a look. Officers say he broke into a number of businesses on the east side and downtown in early January. Surveillance photos depict the man wearing a ski mask. If you recognize him, please call the Madison Police or Crime Stoppers. People who offer tips that lead to an arrest can receive a reward of up to $1,000. Switching to politics, with just 4 days before the Iowa caucuses, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley went head-to-head in a debate. This while former President Trump held his own separate event. Ed O'Keefe has more from Des Moines, Iowa.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former Ambassador Nikki Haley battled it out in the Hawkeye State in their first one-on-one debate.
We don't need another mealy-mouthed politician who just tells you what she thinks you want to hear.
But every time he lies, Drake University, don't turn this into a drinking game because you will be overserved by the end of the night.
Former President Donald Trump mostly dodged direct attacks as he held a dueling town hall nearby in Iowa. And Haley and DeSantis spent more time calling each other liars and losers than attacking the frontrunner.
That's not true.
You talk about putting Americans last.
Ron.
That is wrong. You've supported all that money going over there. So let's put our own people first. We have to put
Governor.
Trump hinted for the first time last night that he's picked a vice presidential running mate.
Well, I can't tell you that, really. I mean, I know who it's going to be. Christie for vice president. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to announce.
He joked about a potential Trump-Chris Christie ticket just hours after the former New Jersey governor ended his White House bid.
It's the right thing for me to do.
Christie explicitly campaigned to block Trump, frequently calling out other rivals for failing to more forcefully denounce him.
I'm going to make sure that in no way do I enable Donald Trump to ever be president of the United States again. And that's more important than my own personal ambition.
But before that speech, reporters picked up Christie's hot mic talking about DeSantis.
DeSantis called me, petrified.
And his unvarnished opinion of Haley.
She's going to get smoked, and you and I both know it. She's not up to this.
That's one of the few things he's been right about, actually.
While it may be hard to get past former President Donald Trump here in Iowa, where he holds such a big lead, the Haley campaign tells CBS News they do believe, yes, that Christie's exit could help them in New Hampshire. They also anticipate that in the coming days, there's just going to be intensified attacks between Ron DeSantis and the former president. Ed O'Keefe, CBS News, Des Moines, Iowa.
And speaking of former President Trump, the New York City fraud trial, the civil fraud trial against him is winding down after more than 3 months of testimony in Lower Manhattan. The former president made a last-minute request to deliver part of the closing arguments himself, but the judge ruled against it when the two sides could not agree to terms. Trump and his organization are accused of tax fraud to get better loan terms on lower taxes on properties, charges that the frontrunner for the Republican presidential nomination has repeatedly claimed are politically motivated. Meanwhile, a group of Trump supporters is looking to recall Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos here in Wisconsin. They claim Vos misled the Assembly about his intentions to impeach Wisconsin's top election official. Vos says there's not enough support in his caucus to do that, and that the recall is, quote, a waste of time, resources, and effort. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Fast food chain McDonald's is reintroducing a bigger Big Mac, and Starbucks is facing a legal challenge from the National Consumers League. That's coming up in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Garage doors don't like the cold weather, but if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready.
Does not matter if it's raining or snowing or any kind of other weather conditions, we're going to get it done on the same day. We know how important that is to our customers.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
If you have Medicare and Medicaid, iCare's dual eligible special needs plans help you get both care and coverage. Benefits include $1,800 per year to pay for eligible groceries and over-the-counter items. Whatever you don't spend carries over each month. Receive a $4,000 a year dental allowance and pay nothing for covered prescriptions all year long, even the brand name ones. Call us today and a licensed sales agent will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked? Well, actually...
Here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Securities and Exchange Commission has approved exchange-traded funds that track the price of Bitcoin, though the federal agency said in a statement that it does not approve or endorse Bitcoin, and it cautioned investors to be aware of the risks. The move would give investors exposure to the price of Bitcoin without them owning it directly. The announcement comes a day after a false X post claimed the SEC had already approved Bitcoin ETFs. McDonald's is bringing the double Big Mac back to the U.S. for a limited time starting January 24th at participating locations. It'll feature 4 all-beef patties along with extra special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. And today, you can get a grande drink from Starbucks for just $3 between noon and 6 p.m. at participating locations. It comes as the coffee chain is also facing a legal challenge from the National Consumers League over its claims that its coffee and tea are 100% ethically sourced. The group accuses the coffee chain of human rights abuses in supplier countries. Starbucks says it will defend itself in the case. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is down 154 points. The NASDAQ down 96. The S&P 500 off 34. When we come back, Pam will have today's ag numbers, plus Jacob returns with a complete look at tomorrow's winter storm. And then today on Live at 4, we'll head to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, where cars are going really high-tech.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
It's Steinhoffel's Dream Vacation Giveaway. Stop in and test rest a Beauty Rest Black for your chance to win a trip to Hawaii. Right now, save up to $600 on adjustable base sets. Then get $300 in Steinhoffel's cash, plus a $100 MasterCard rewards card. Beauty Rest Black Queen mattresses start at $52 per month when you use Steinhoffel's 60-month financing. The Dream Vacation Giveaway. Get in today for your chance to win. Relax, it's Steinhoffel's.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
Ab EX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about Ab EX by Sono Bello. Call 1-888-285-6876 or go to sonobello.com.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, you're gonna love St. Harrison. You're gonna love me. And superstar sports agent Rich Paul.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. How are you?
Now, it was kind of dicey this morning coming in for the early show, but it's much better now outside. I think I see a lot of people scurrying around for their milk, their bread, whatever they need to tide us over before this next round comes in. I'm happy to report that our folks up in Wisconsin Dells attending the Wisconsin Fair Association's annual convention are going to have safe travels to get home today. Last night was the big night. They concluded their convention with the announcement of the 2024 Wisconsin Fairest of the Fairs. 35 different candidates that wanted to be Wisconsin's ambassador for county, district, and the state fair activity. This young woman, 21-year-old Kelsey Henderson, representing the Racine County Fair, was selected from that field of 35 as our 2024 Wisconsin Fairest of the Fairs. Her parents are Craig and Sue Henderson from Kenosha. She said she grew up in 4-H and FFA showing livestock at the Racine County Fair, and she said that's a big part of what makes her up today. She's she's currently a senior at Iowa State, working towards a degree in agriculture business. She also, after she concludes her responsibilities as Fairest of the Fair, is expecting to join John Deere as a marketing and customer support development program representative. So a well-thought-out young woman. Again, Kelsey Henderson, a face that you will see during the county fair season coming up this year, representing Racine County Fair last night, now representing county, district, and state fairs for 2024. Congratulations. Also want to give a shout-out to our gal, Ashley Schlimgen from Dane County. She was representing the Dane County Fair and named third runner-up. Way to go, Aubrey, I should say, Aubrey. Sweet gal, and I messed up her name. Today, we're kind of keeping an eye on what's going on. Everybody getting in the queue for tomorrow's World Ag Supply Demand Report. I talked to Cody Costers from Everag this morning about the dairy complex and exactly what's going on there. He said we really got to keep an eye on what's happening with the dairy production numbers, milk production numbers for December. Now, we don't get that till later in January, but he said he believes right now we're already starting to witness a shortage of available dairy heifers. That's something we may not notice today, but boy, by the time we get to spring, early summer this year, I should say, it could start impacting the marketplace. Soft again today. Barrel cheese in Chicago down 3 at $1.45. 40-pound block cheese down a penny at $1.55. AA butter, that's also down 1/4 cent, I'm afraid, on a Thursday. $2.56.5 per pound. And we'll see if I can muster all the sled dogs to get me back to the office tomorrow at this time, buddy. I'd like to say yes, but I don't know. Yeah. They've got me a little intimidated with all the numbers that are swirling around about tomorrow.
Well, it actually postponed my retirement.
I know, and I'm kind of bummed about that. I was looking forward to a little celebration.
We're just not going to have enough time tomorrow to do a proper send-off, so I'm retiring next Friday. You got it stuck with me for another week.
Oh, okay. All right, that's okay, man.
All right, it's a tough hopefully we'll see you tomorrow one way or the other. And that winter storm is headed our way. Here's Jacob with the complete forecast.
This is the first I've heard about your postponement of retiring. I made the joke yesterday, you should retire today before the snow gets bad. But yeah, we do have that alert day later tonight into tomorrow. This will last into Saturday morning. And it does look like this system may be more impactful than Tuesday's. Not just because we're going to see a little bit more accumulation, but we're going to see a lot more blowing and drifting snow due to the snow type being a lot lighter, and the winds are going to be gustier this time around. So here's a look at future track. Fairly dry for the rest of today. Clouds will increase throughout the evening. Snow will enter our area later tonight, probably around 3 to 5 a.m. And by sunrise, our entire area will see the snowfall. And the snowfall will be widespread and continuous throughout the entire day tomorrow, and it could be pretty heavy at times. Looks like the best chance to see the heavy snow will be during the afternoon. I also want to point out the snow may initially be a little bit more on the wetter side, kind of like what we saw Tuesday, but as the winds shift and temperatures cool down, it will definitely lighten up, at least the texture of the snow, not the actual falling snow. And as the texture lightens up, the winds will pick up as well, and that will allow for all the blowing snow. So we're going to continue to see the snowfall throughout the afternoon and evening. By the overnight hours Friday, we could see the snow break up a little bit, but the difference between this system and Tuesday's system is we also are going to see the snow linger a bit longer. So we may see some snow showers as late as Saturday afternoon, although the accumulating snow looks to end roughly during the morning Saturday, but some of these bands may produce about another inch. But at this time Saturday afternoon, although we may still see some light falling snow, we're going to see a lot of blowing snow at this time, as winds are going to be continue to be gusty for Saturday into Sunday as well. And it looks like the falling snow will end by late Saturday. Here's a look at the accumulation forecast. 7 to 12 inches is expected, but because of the blowing and drifting snow, we could see drifts much higher than this. So just be prepared. And once again, even when the snow is done falling, we are still going to see possibly some blizzard-like conditions because of all that blowing snow. And here's the biggest reason for that. We are going to see very gusty winds. They'll pick up during the morning tomorrow, and then by tomorrow afternoon, we are going to see wind gusts up to 40, and then possibly approaching 45, maybe even 50 miles per hour for a few locations. This is mostly Friday evening. And as we get into Saturday, the winds are going to lighten up a bit, but we're still going to see those wind gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, and then they may increase again as we head towards Saturday evening with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour returning. And then Sunday morning, the snow should be over by now, but the temperatures are going to be much colder. So here's a look at the 10-day high temperature forecast. We're going to be in the single digits to start next week. Temperatures will warm up to the teens, but still way below the average high of 27. And because those winds are going to be fairly gusty, we are going to see some brutal wind chills during the early part of next week, as we have those wind chills in the negative 20s Monday morning. And that's going to be the case for Tuesday morning as well. So we have another alert day Sunday through Wednesday of next week for the cold weather, because the wind chills are going to remain well below zero even throughout the afternoon hours. And as we get to Wednesday morning, still going to see those wind chills in the negative double digit, with a little bit of an improvement by the end of next week, but still well below average for this time of the year. So there you go. Even though we're going to have alert day conditions for 6 days, we actually only have 2 official alert days, one for the snow and then again for the cold weather. And as I mentioned, a little bit warmer towards the end of next week, but the average high this time of year is 27 degrees, so we're still going to be well below that. So be prepared, prepared this afternoon rather, for the snow, because even by the time we get to Saturday with all that blowing snow, it's still going to produce some very hazardous travel. And I know many people probably don't even want to go out by the time we get to Sunday with the temperature forecast. So enjoy this afternoon. It's going to be very calm, and although the roads were a little treacherous from the snow last night, not going to be as bad as they will be tomorrow or Saturday.
Yeah, nice sunny day out. It's hard to imagine it's going to be changed so dramatically. I saw
on Facebook a meteorologist from Milwaukee said, yes, the sun still does exist. So,
all right, this is nothing to fool around with, so keep us posted. Yep. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you love grilled cheese, then you're going to love what we're making today. It's so good, I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes your new favorite.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's right, a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50 this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
The bag is back at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag, from household items and pet toys to power tools and even your favorite snacks. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. This deal won't last long. Hurry in to get your bag and see how much you can save. Sale ends January 14th.
Save big money at Menards.
We are Dane County. We are Madison, McFarland, Sun Prairie. We are Wanakee, Stoughton, Middleton, Deerfield, and everywhere in between. We are committed to being unique in supporting the value when families share the memories of family and friends at the loss of a loved one. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. More than just a funeral home, we are the people you know and trust to help families before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Learn more at crestfuneralservice.com.
Get ready, Madison. Madison Magazine's Winter Restaurant Week is here. Over 40 restaurants will showcase 3-course meals from $30 with 15 restaurants serving lunch. Plus, enjoy the perfect pairings with wine and more from E&J Gallo. Check our online guide on madisonmagazine.com to see which places offer takeout and dine-in. Save the dates, January 22nd through the 26th. Madison Magazine's Winter Restaurant Week, where good times and great meals come together. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, and supporting sponsor, Roth cheese.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
Dabble is a refreshed television destination.
You got to keep it fresh.
Where the fun always flows and everyone is welcome.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's right, a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50 this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
When it comes to grilled cheese, are you a traditionalist? Or do you like getting a bit more creative by mixing and matching your cheeses and kicking it up a notch with, well, let's just say anything? No matter what your answer, I think we can all agree there is nothing more comforting than the ooey gooey toasted goodness of a grilled cheese. So let me share with you my favorite way to make them, and I think it's gonna knock your socks off. We start by beating together some cream cheese and mayonnaise until it's light and fluffy. To that, we add loads of cheddar and mozzarella cheese, along with a bit of garlic powder. After everything is combined, we spread it onto slices of sourdough bread, or you can use whatever your favorite is. Now we place another slice of bread on top and butter both sides. I told you this wasn't your everyday grilled cheese. Onto the griddle it goes to get toasted until it's golden and our cheesy filling is all melty. And whether you eat this as is or cut it up and serve them as a topper or a dipper with a bowl of soup, you can't miss. To get the recipe for what we call our ultimate grilled cheese sandwich, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an ooey gooey way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
It is time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Meet Eeyore. Like his namesake, this adult pup is a little slow moving with new people, but when he warms up to you, he doesn't want to leave your side. Eeyore forms strong bonds with people who give him time to get to know him. This pup enjoys receiving pets, snuggles, and playing fetch with squeaker toys all day long. Eeyore is looking for a family with no small children. He's also a member of the Humane Society's Lonely Hearts Club, so his adoption fee has been reduced. Got any plans for next Monday? Well, now you do. Head to the Hartmeyer Ice Arena on Commercial Avenue in Madison for their Skate for the Paws event from 12:30 p.m. to 2:30. Admission is $6 for adults, $4 for kids and students. Skate rental is $3. All the admissions will be donated to the Dane County Humane Society. Attendees can also bring an item donated from the Humane Society's wish list for free admission. To see the wish list or learn more about the event, visit giveshelter.org/events. Last week's pet, Andrew the dog, is still available for adoption. If you're interested in adopting Eeyore or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. And here's Jacob, one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, today is going to be fairly dry, but by the time we get to the later overnight hours, closer towards tomorrow morning, that's when the snow will move in, probably around 3 to 5 a.m. And then by around sunrise, much of our area will likely see falling snow, and that is going to continue throughout the entire afternoon and evening. So snow could be heavy at times, but as we get into the overnight hours, it will begin to break up a little bit, but lingering lighter snow is still possible by the time we get to Saturday. And unlike the system, oh, what just happened with the graphics there? Unlike the system earlier in the week, it does look like we are going to see the snow last just a little bit longer, possibly even into Saturday afternoon. So that may up the accumulation just a little bit. Now, total accumulation will be around 7 to 12 inches, but with the blowing and drifting snow we're expected, the snow drifts could be a lot higher. So just be prepared for possible whiteout conditions at times.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.